Welcome everybody to another game of Squirrels Baseball. I am Aaron, and we have one more game with Washington. I think it's going to be the last time we see them this season, if I remember right. We'll have Arizona up next, although I don't remember if that is at our place or if we're going there. But the Diamondbacks are our next series. So far, this will make our 8th game against the Nationals. And we've yet to drop one, although the last 3, Washington has played us very tough. So we'll see if we can finish the series sweep, or season sweep, I should say. And we've got Jonathan on the mound to see if we can make that happen. There we go, and the Nationals start off with Herman, as they have in every game so far, at least against us. And first pitch is in there for a strike. Palm ball in for strike 2. And Herman puts that into left field for a hit. It looks like Frank was playing in a little bit, but not in enough. That dropped right in between the infield and outfielders. That'll bring up Felipe Lopez after a leadoff single, and he swings and misses at strike 1. Jonathan gets the call on a high strike, 0-2. Swing and a miss on a slider, strike 3. Dimitri Young at the plate now, and he's batting right-handed. He looks at strike 1. 1-1. That fastball down and in. Fouls that one away. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 2 down. Ultimate at the plate. So we've been able to keep him in the park in our games against him. He has come up with a few hits, but I think all singles off the top of my head, maybe one double, but I think they might have all been singles. In this at-bat, he looks at 3 straight pitches for a strikeout. And that ends the inning. A leadoff hit, but nothing else. We go to the bottom of the first. And the Nationals will have Reynolds pitching. You can see by the gray bar there, he was a draft pick. So a computer-generated player. Looks like his first appearance of the year. I wonder if he's been in AAA and just got called up to pitch this game. So we'll see how this goes. Apparently there's no tape on him. First 2 pitches are outside the zone. Gets the call on a curveball. 2-1 the count. And Kester's going to put that into left field for a base hit. Pretty similar to how Herman started the game for the Nationals. Marvin now at the plate. And he pops that one into right. Ultimate grabs that and throws it back in. Kester back easily. 1 on, 1 out. Chief at the plate. He looks at strike 1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Grounds that one up the middle. It will get through for a hit. Kester will stop at second. I thought he might try to round that base, but he stays put. So runners on first and second, only 1 out. Terry at the plate. Mentioned yesterday, he's only got 3 home runs, but that is good enough for our team lead. For all of our high power ratings, our home run leaders for the year usually hit in the 20s. Terry fouls one off. He's got a full count. Only 1 out, though, so runners will stay put. And Terry looks at strike 3. 2 down now. Frank at the plate. So he's got double-digit RBIs. I haven't paid attention to that on our team. And he's going to get a couple more here. Lines that right down the third baseline. Rolls all the way to the wall. Kester scores. Chief stops at third, which stops Frank at second. So an RBI double with 2 outs. for the first run of the game, and that'll bring Tom up to see if he can extend this lead further with 2 runners in scoring position. He looks at strike 1. And that one too far down and in. Swing and a miss on a palm ball, 1-2. Good pitch from Reynolds there. Pops that one up. Dimitri Young will take a couple steps in, put it away, and end the inning. We're through 1. Washington 0, Indianapolis 1. Jock Jones will lead off things for the Nationals in the top of the second. Jonathan puts a palm ball in for a strike. Then throws a fastball, and Jock Jones is well behind it, 0-2. And then looks at a high fastball for strike 3. Ryan Zimmerman now at the plate. He looks at a slider for strike 1. Grounds that one back to Jonathan. He lets it go over his head, but Kester is there to grab it and get it over for out number 2. That probably was the only play. Bounced a little higher than I thought. Jonathan didn't have a chance really to back up and try to field that one. That had to be middle infield. Maybe would have rather seen Joey. He has a much stronger arm, but it all worked out. So that'll bring up Corey Patterson with 2 outs. And he looks at a palm ball for a strike. And that fastball too low. 2-1 the count. That palm ball bounces in there. 3-1. Gets a call on an iffy fastball. Full count. Goes back to the palm ball. Patterson swings and misses. And that will end the top of the second. Bottom of the order coming up for the Squirrels in the bottom of the second. Still 1-0 Indianapolis. Zach digs in. He looks at a ball. Reynolds gets the call on that slider. 1-1 the count. Bit of a wild palm ball there. 2-1. And Zach line drives that one, but not out of the range of ultimate. So 1 out. Joey at the plate. He looks at a curve for ball 1. Swings and misses. Looks at a fat pitch go right down the middle. 1-2. And swings and misses at a curveball. Not a great at-bat for Joey. 2 down now. Jonathan at the plate. He looks at a strike. That slider too low. 2-1 the count. And he's going to put that through the middle for a base hit. 2 out single for Jonathan. Kester at the plate. He singled and scored in the first inning. Already back up again here in the second. And he has an 0-2 count. Doesn't chase that curve out of the zone. 1-2 the count. Tries it again. 2-2 now. Swing and a miss. Reynolds able to retire Kester this time to end the second. So we've played 2 innings. Nationals nothing. Squirrels 1. Estrada will lead things off for DC here in the third. He looks at strike 1 on a high fastball. Grounds that one to short. Joey picks it up, makes it over. Routine play. And this will be Reynolds' first at-bat, possibly of his career, but definitely of the year. And he starts off with a 1-1 count. doesn't chase that palm ball. 2-1. Jonathan seems to be toying with him for some reason. Swing and a miss. 2-2. Grounds that one towards second. Kester picks it up, tosses over to first, and that is 2 down. Herman at the plate. He singled his first time up. Puts that one in the air behind second. Kester takes a few steps back and puts it away, and that ends the top of the third. Still 1-0 Indianapolis. Marvin will lead things off for the Squirrels in the third, sorry. And that curveball too far inside. Should mention Marvin batting left-handed, though it didn't help him his first time up. This one, though, goes off of Reynolds. It looked like a hit off the bat, but Reynolds able to redirect it right to Felipe Lopez, who's able to pick it up and make the play. Tough luck for Marvin there. So that brings Chief up with the bases empty and 1 out. And he grounds one, and that will get through the middle for a single. Terry at the plate now. He looks at ball 1. Swing and a miss. Fastball right down the middle, but Terry with a wild swing. I don't know what he thought he saw. That close fastball, but off the inside corner. 2-1. Another swing and a miss. 2-2. Gets that one. Lopez will field it, but the only play is to second. So fielder's choice for Terry. 2 down. Runner on first. Frank at the plate. He had the big RBI double in the first inning. Has an 0-2 count here. He puts that one up the middle. This one gets through. Chief stops at second. Now I forgot to pay attention to the RBI numbers at the top of the order here. Tom might be our leading RBI getter with 16, but I'll have to check on that as the game goes on. Anyway, in this at-bat, he's got a 1-1 count. Make that 1-2 after watching that pitch. Swings and misses, and that will end the third. First third out of the way. Washington 0, Indianapolis 1. Felipe Lopez will lead things off for the Nationals in the fourth. First pitch right in there for a strike. Pops that one towards second. Kester takes a couple steps over and puts it away for the first out of the inning. Dimitri Young at the plate now. He grounds towards third, but foul. Grounds that one up the middle, and no one's going to get to it. I thought off the bat that was going to be a relatively routine play, but it does get through the infield for a base hit. That brings Ultimate up to the plate, 1-on-1 out, and he lines that into left. That'll be a single. Dimitri Young stops at second. Jock Jones now, 2 runners on, still only 1 out. Jonathan in a little bit of trouble here. And a wild pitch, high fastball that gets away from Tom. That'll move both runners into scoring position. Goes back to the high fastball, does get the call, 1-2. That fastball is put into the right-hand hole. 1 run is in. Zach goes home with it, and they're able to cut down Ultimate at home. So 1 run does score to tie the game, but Zach comes up with the outfield assist to keep the game tied. Throw a little bit on the wrong side of the plate, but in enough time that Tom could get over and make the tag. And Jones moved up to second on the throw. So 2 down, 2 down, 1 run in for each side. I don't know why I'm stumbling on that so much. 0-2 the count on Zimmerman, and he looks at a ball. Pops that one. That's going to be a hit in the left. The Nationals will take the lead here. Joey does throw it home, but the run was already scored. So 2-1 the count. Corey Patterson now at the plate after an RBI single from Ryan Zimmerman. Jonathan a little shaken up out there, a little rattled. But Patterson pops that one right back to Jonathan and is able to get out of the inning. So 2 runs for Washington. They take the lead. Nationals 2, Squirrels 1. And Zach will lead off after making the great throw from right field. He looks at strike 1. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Doesn't chase that fastball. 1-2. Fouls that one away. We'll do it again. And that palm ball in the dirt. 2-2. Ooh, high fastball. Reynolds doesn't get the call. Full count. Zach watches strike 3 right down the middle. I don't know what he was waiting on. So 1 down. That'll bring Joey to the plate. Reynolds doesn't get the call on that fastball. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Reynolds starting to wipe his brow. That might be good news for us. Oh, actually, and there goes his elbow, apparently. So Reynolds gave them a good start, but just couldn't give them any real length. They're going to turn to Moriarty. I really need to look to see if that's the Moriarty we had. Anyway, 1-2 count. Fresh pitcher. Joey still at the plate. And he fouls it away. That pitch out of the zone. 2-2. Joey will get that one down for a hit. Thought Lopez might have a play on that, but it does get through. So Jonathan did get a hit last time up, showing bunt here. His average up to 273 after that hit. Pulls back for ball 1. Pulls back again for ball 2. Gets that one foul. Still showing bunt with a 2-1 count. Fouls that one away. Looks like he will swing now. 2-2 the count. Looks at a high cutter for strike 3. 2 down. Kester at the plate. Joey over on first. Looks at a curve for strike 1. Doesn't get the call on that low slider. Swing and a miss. 1-2 the count. That cutter too high. Kester doesn't go chasing it. Does chase that slider though, and that will end the 4th. So we've played 4 innings. Nationals 2, Squirrels 1. Johnny Estrada will lead things off in the 5th inning for Washington. He looks at strike 1. Grounds that one foul behind the plate. 0-2 the count. Jonathan throws him a breaking ball, but it is out of the zone. 1-2. Goes to the palm ball, and that gets the swing and a miss. Moriarty will bat for himself here. He swings it, misses at the first pitch. Jonathan gets the call on pitch number 2. Moriarty pops that one up down the first base line. Tom takes maybe about a 5-foot run down the line. Yeah, maybe more like 10. In any case, he caught it, and that is the 2nd out. And that'll bring Herman back to the plate for the 3rd time. He got a hit his first time up. I believe he struck out his 2nd. Though I'm not totally sure that 2nd at-bat. Has a 1-2 count in this at-bat. And he swings and misses at a palm ball to end the top of the 5th. Still 2-1 Washington. 2-3-4 coming up for the Squirrels in the bottom half of the inning. Marvin still batting left-handed. He grounds that one back to Moriarty. He grabs it and tosses it over to first for the 1st out. That'll bring Chief up. He's got a pair of singles today. Looks like he's going to put this one into the gap and into our deep left field gap. It's going to be an easy double for Chief. One down, runner in scoring position for Terry. He lines that fair over the first base bag. That's going to score Chief to tie the game. Terry stays put at first. But game is now tied 2-2. Honestly thought that was going to be called foul, but I really couldn't tell on the replay, honestly. So that'll bring Frank to the plate. 1 on, 1 out. Tie ball game now. He's had a single and a double today. Did finally get the average over 300, sitting at 302 after that last hit. And he puts that through the left or the right side hole for another single. So Tom now at the plate. Runners on first and second. Still only 1 out. First pitch too far inside for a ball. Gets the call on pitch number 2. Does not get the call on pitch 3. So 2-1 the count. Tom lines that one foul down the right-hand side. 2-2 the count. Moriarty winds and delivers. Tom pops it foul, but Estrada's going to run it down about halfway down the first base line. So 2 down now. Zach at the plate. He looks at strike 1. That fastball too low. That slider right in the zone. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. So we've played 5, but the Squirrels do strike back to tie the game at 2. In the 6th inning, the Nationals will have 2-3-4 coming up. Jonathan will stay out there for this inning before calling it a day. And he puts the first pitch to Felipe Lopez in for a strike. That fastball too far outside. And that one too low. 2-1 the count. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Dimitri Young up now. He got a hit his last time up. And he looks at strike 1 on a slider. And this one is going to be in for a hit into right field. That'll bring up Ultimate. He also singled his last time up. And he's going to single again, this one into left field. So only 1 down. Jock Jones at the plate. 2 runners on. He takes strike 1. And lines that one lazily to second. Could have argued for an infield fly there, but none called. Kester grabs it anyway. 2 outs. Zimmerman at the plate. He grounds it high hop right back to Jonathan. He grabs it, gets it over, and is able to end the top half of the 6th and keep things tied. Still 2-2. Joey will lead things off in the bottom of the 6th. We'll have a pinch hitter coming up next, which depends on what Joey does here. Now looks like it's going to be Phil, as he grounds out to third on the first pitch. So we'll throw Phil out there, see if he can come through with his 150 batting average. Looks at ball 1 to open the at-bat. Moriarty gets the call on that curveball on the inside. Does not get the call on that forkball. 2-1. Make it 3-1. Gets the call on, I thought it was ball 4. Full count now on Phil, and he looks at strike 3. Didn't like either one of those last 2 strike calls, but I guess it's not up to me. So 2 down for Kester. He grounds to second. Herman picks it up and gets it over for the 3rd out to end the inning. We're 2/3 of the way through. Game knotted at 2. We'll put Gonzalez into the game, into Kester's spot. All right, and the Nationals will lead off with Corey Patterson. He grounds the first pitch to first. Terry picks it up and steps on the bag. Johnny Estrada at the plate. He's grounded out and struck out today. Looks at ball one. Swing and a miss. Strike one. That splitter too low. Splitter is Gonzalez's top pitch. Grounds this one to first. Terry picks it up and steps on the bag again. Nationals letting Moriarty hit for himself. Looks at a cutter for ball one. Make it 2-0. He's going to have to come to Moriarty. Does put a splitter in for a strike. Puts that splitter in the dirt. 3-1 the count. Swing and a miss. Full count, 2 outs, nobody on, and fouls it away. Gonzalez tries again. Fastball down the middle. Moriarty lets it go by, and that will end the top of the 7th. It's stretch time in Indy. Both teams tied at 2.
Indianapolis 2.
All right, we go to the bottom of the 7th. Marvin will lead things off. And he swings and misses at the first pitch. Gets some bat on that one, but grounds it right to second. Herman puts it away for out number 1. Chief at the plate. He's 3 for 3 today. A couple singles and a double. And he puts that one grounded softly to short. Lopez able to make the out and finally retire Chief for the first time today. Terry singled his last time up. It looks like his 20 RBI are probably the team lead, it'd be my guess. Didn't really look at Chief's RBIs though, I suppose. Anyway, this one he pops up right at the plate, and Estrada doesn't even have to move to make the out, I don't think. So game's still tied after 7. Still 2-2. So we'll leave Gonzalez out there for another inning. And the Nationals are at the top of their order with Herman. And he has a 1-1 count to start off this inning. Make that 1-2 as he takes that one. And Gonzalez gets the call on a high cutter, strike 3. That'll bring Lopez up. And he swings and misses. And he's going to put that one into center, and it should be shallow enough for a hit. So base hit for Felipe Lopez. And they're going to bring in Willie Harris to run for him, although the difference between a 10 and an 11 runner, I'm not sure how much that really did. Brings Dimitri Young to the plate, now batting left-handed, and he has an 0-2 count. He swings and misses for strike 3. 2 down, Ultimate at the plate. He singled his last 2 times up. That one too low. That one in for a strike. 1-1 the count. That one put up the middle for yet another single, so Ultimate's starting to really heat up against us, but we are still keeping him in the park, so I guess I can't complain too hard. Jock Jones at the plate now with 2 on and 2 out. Takes strike 1. That one too far outside. Swings and misses at a high fastball, 1-2. Swings and misses at a changeup, strike 3. Washington threatens that inning, but comes up with nothing. Still Nationals 2, Squirrels 2. Got 5, 6, 7 coming up for the Squirrels in the 8th. Willie Harris comes out of the game. Crosby comes into play short. Moriarty still pitching. Frank at the plate. Takes strike 1. And we'll get that one for a hit. That's going to roll into the gap in left center. Frank goes for second. He will cruise in there and stay there. So leadoff double from Frank at a good time. That'll bring Tom to the plate with nobody out and a runner in scoring position. And he has a 1-1 count. Swings and misses. Swing and miss again, strike 3. So that'll bring Zach to the plate to see if he can get this run in and give us the lead back. Moriarty is getting tired out there. 1-1 the count. Frank fouls that one away, 1-2. I said Frank. Frank's on the base. Zach fouled that off. Wild pitch there, but Estrada able to stop it. That one grounded to third. Zimmerman able to cut it off before it can get to the outfield and throws over for out number 2. Up to Joey now, and they're going to intentionally walk him to get to Phil. Probably not a bad call. And that'll end Moriarty's day. They turn to Littleton. So Russ Littleton, if anybody needs to know. Phil at the plate. He struck out his first time up. Take strike 1 here. Take strike 2. And that one, not a badly hit ball, but Zimmerman jumps up to make the play. That may end up saving the game for Washington. We'll see how things play out. All right, we'll see if Gonzalez can get through a third inning. Ryan Zimmerman will lead things off here in the 9th for the Nationals. Game still knotted at 2. Zimmerman has an 0-2 count. And he's going to put that one into right. Zach going back, not able to make the play. Gets over his head. So leadoff double for Ryan Zimmerman. That'll bring Corey Patterson to the plate. He looks at a strike. Gonzalez getting tired. We are asking kind of a lot of him. Grounds that one to third. Chief picks it up, throws to second for some reason. Ruled a fielder's choice. So still nobody out. Runners on first and second. Johnny Estrada at the plate. The defense not doing Gonzalez any favors here. Estrada fouls that one away. He has an 0-2 count. Gonzalez gassed. Really like to see him get through this inning, though. Pops this one up. Chief goes back. Infield fly called. So one down. Littleton. But they do pinch hit for Lord. Which is probably a good choice at that point in the game. We're going to see if Gonzalez can get through this. He may not, but we've got the lead in the division. We got the cushion. Lord's going to put that into center. That will get down for a hit, and that will give Washington the lead. Frank is actually the one that picks that up. So now 3-2. Herman grounds that to Phil. He goes home with it. Nobody out, but it does save the run. Bobby Crosby now at the plate. Bases loaded. 1 out. First pitch in for a strike. Should also note that was Gonzalez's first run given up this year. Now has an ERA of .40. Strikes out Crosby. Dimitri Young now. See if we can get by him and get out of this with just 1 run. Doesn't get the call on that fastball. Does get the call on that splitter. I probably would have called that the other way around, but 1-1 either way. Grounds that to second. Phil picks it up, and we do get out of the inning only down 1. So bottom of the 9th, Nationals 3, Squirrels 2. Gonzalez's spot in the order. John Roche takes over in a Jock Jones spot. Lord stays in to play left. we are going to turn to Quentin and see if maybe we can get this run back with one swing. Quentin will bat left-handed. One of our two switch hitters, he and Marvin. Fouls the first pitch away. Pops that one up to short. Crosby grabs it for out number one. That'll bring up Marvin. He swings and misses. And he puts a little bit of a charge into that, but Patterson able to get over and make the play. 2 down. Up to Chief now to see if he can keep the game alive. Looks at strike one. Swings and misses. 0-2 count. Swing and a miss. Washington finally comes away with the win against us on their 8th try. So our 10-game winning streak comes to an end. Your final score today, Washington Nationals 3, Indianapolis Squirrels 2. You can definitely blame that loss on me. I probably really shouldn't have tried to extend Gonzalez that far, but I was trying to save the bullpen. But only our 5th loss of the year, so I don't think anybody's going to break the pitchforks out just yet. So Roush and Lord get player of the game honors for, very good reasons. That was Roush's first save of the year. So I don't know if that's their usual closer or not. Anyway, thank you everybody for watching. Like I said, we play Arizona tomorrow. I'm not sure where that game is, but it's definitely the Diamondbacks. Thank you everybody for watching. If you'd like to subscribe, share, all that good stuff, feel free. Otherwise, we'll see you all tomorrow.